I wanted to make an updated demo of the things that I did in class yesterday. So we'll just do the exact same stuff. I'll bring in my files. And remember, I want to have my footage and my compositions be the exact same if I'm going to be doing any sort of tracking. So I can drag my footage to new comp and it will be the exact same. I'll come up here to 3D camera tracker and drop that down. I'm going to pause the recording while it updates. And once the camera has finished solving and updating, I can hover around and see where I can place my work. If you scroll through, you also get some other points. So I like this one right here. I can click, it selects the 3 points. And now if I right click, I can say create solid and camera. There we go. Down here, I have my solid, my tracking information, and my footage. So I can bring in some actual footage. Let's bring in that video footage of the river. And I want to put this video footage on top of where that red square would be. So first thing I'm going to do is turn on the 3D. And then in order to assume the transformations of the track solid, I can take the pick whip right here, hold down Option, and click, and then drag, and it assumes the position of the red solid. Now I could come back in here and I could open up the transformations and I could change a few things. I could scale it up more. If I wanted to actually put it on the other wall, I could just move it over. And assuming our tracking information holds, like it was correct, it's going to still look fairly correct over on the other wall as well. Slightly different. If we wanted it on the other wall, I would just I would say choose tracking points that are on the other wall. But it holds pretty well on that one side. So the other steps for the Cinema 4D, what we can do, I'm going to make a new comp and I'll hit OK. Come over to my footage. This is the comp I want to use. So it's 1280 by 720. I'll drag this down and it's 30 frames a second. So I'm going to come back into comp 1 and change the composition settings to 1280, 720, 30 frames a second. Great. I'll do the same thing, 3D camera tracker. If I scroll through, we can see all my points. And I'll select something here on the tabletop. So click, right click, create solid and camera. Now, in order to send this over to Cinema 4D, we need to first save this project. So desktop, and I'll save it as August 30th. And here, now I can go to File, Export, add to Adobe, sorry, Maxon Cinema 4D Exporter. All right, and so 2D layers found, these will not be exported, that's fine. I'll say August 30th again. And I have my file over here. So now I'll open this up. And if we scroll through, we can see our solid is moving, the tracking information is here. So I want to open up this. Sorry, I'm all messed up. File, open project. Okay, that's fine. I can just copy and paste any object from one Cinema 4D file to another. So Command C, Command V. This allows me to change views. I'm going to make it so that it's on top of my solid, so that it's standing on the table. What are the controls? So R is rotate, E is move. So E, R, T are the controls. E is move, R is rotate, T is scale. I think I flattened them out, so there we go. If I click back on my timeline, my camera will be reset. Let's keep making it a little larger. And that looks decent. I'm going to come over here and turn off my track solid now, just because I don't want it to appear in the final video. I'll hit File, Save Project. That's fine. Now I can come back to After Effects. And I will import that Cinema 4D file. August 30th. I can drop it onto my composition, and I can come up here into the project panel, effects, and I can change this just to viewport and turn off my track solid. So now here we are with our man in our scene. If I came back to Cinema 4D, I could start to do things in order to animate. So if I want the character to spin, come up here, coordinates, and I'll hang on. So I just I think I changed to a standard layout between that pause, but I could come up here. Oh man, that's not what I wanted to do. And Z, let's do. I want this. That's what. All right, so I could come up here and set a keyframe for my Y coordinate, and then maybe until the camera stops moving. Okay, I didn't want Y coordinate. Set a keyframe for, let's turn all the rotation on. I think it's X. And that set the next keyframe. So now our character spins, and let's see if that looks correct. Right, well, we would want to make sure that the character is spinning in relation to that plane. We can turn this back on. And the issue would be that we just want to make sure when our character is spinning that the feet are always on the ground. So we would need to adjust that. But you get the idea. And that's that. We'll take a look at content aware some other time. So thanks.